everyone, this is Manu Chaube from ixchel.life and this is Leadership Demystified. As usual, I have my co-host Pooja Talesra with me. Hi Pooja, glad to have you here.
Hi Manu, I'm really looking forward for today's session. Today's guest is someone very special, right?
Yes, and I think for the viewers also, this is someone who can give them a lot of inspiration and a lot of things to look forward to. And before I start, let me tell you that today's guest is a kid entrepreneur, an inventor and a founder of Coder Bunnyz, the most comprehensive STEM coding board game. She's a writer and a public speaker. In fact, she's a fourth grader woman in tech and is an inventor and speaker at various events. She's invented Coder Bunnyz at the age of 7 to teach coding to kids aged between 4 to 10. She has done over 60 workshops teaching over 2000 kids, including over 50 at Google headquarters. We have today with us Samaira. Hi Samaira, thanks for joining us.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here.
Likewise, we are so excited and super pumped up to have you here, and we cannot wait to know more of you.
So it happened when one night when I finished playing many board games with my family, and when they got bored, I went to the computer to do some coding.
Okay.
Then I thought, today's been a really fun day. I did two of my most favorite things, playing board games and learning to code.
Okay.
So I thought if I mix them together, I could create something really cool. So that's when I got the idea for a board game that teaches kids to code.
Wow.
Then I added my favorite animal bunny to it, and I got the name Coder Bunnyz.
Wow. So playing board game is your hobby, right?
I really enjoy playing board games.
Okay. Just a little question here. What is your age and which standard you are in?
I am 9 years old and I'm in 4th grade.
Okay, so now you have taken your board game out to Silicon Valley and you have done workshops with it. How has the response been?
A lot of people are liking my game, and they say it's a great game, and they like it because it can be very basic, yet it can teach very advanced concepts used in further advanced coding. So the response has been amazing.
Wow, it's great, Pooja, right? Kids doing something which they like and combining their two hobbies together, which can actually bring a lot of value to other kids around. It's such a great thing to do.
Absolutely. And Samaira, you have even received letters from the White House for your work, right?
Yes.
So, Samaira, why reaching up to the level wherein people are now recognizing your work and your accomplishments? So, were there any challenges which you faced on the way?
Some of the challenges I faced on the way were actually taking my imagination and putting it into a real product, and kind of getting in touch with the graphic designers and making sure that kids can enjoy and play. It was kind of hard to do the prototypes and kind of do workshops to get the response to see how I can improve the game or what the good parts about the game are. But now that my game is into the market, my toughest challenge and my mission is to get Coder Bunnyz in the hands of every child in the world.
Very nice. So, Maya, tell us, how do you feel to be an entrepreneur at such a young age?
I really enjoy being an entrepreneur. It feels great, and I'm really glad that I've gotten this opportunity to show my game to the world and become an entrepreneur at a young age.
So, Sneha, how do you manage your school and your entrepreneur venture? Both of them would require a lot of time, right?
No, not at all. I don't really actually miss any schoolwork. I go to school and then I come back and I do my homework like the first things, and so usually on school days I don't get a lot of business done, but if I have a little time remaining at the end, I obviously work as much as I can on the business. But usually the weekends I also sometimes have different events like speaker events or fairs. But if not, I really enjoy working on my business, and if not, it's just fun. Just seeing like going to workshops and teaching other kids how to play my game.
That's really a perfect work-life balance, isn't it, Manu?
Yes, exactly. And when I was just hoping for that answer that she says, yes, my schoolwork is getting missed and all. But it's really amazing that in such a young age, Samara, you're able to manage your schoolwork, which, I couldn't do even when I was focusing on my school alone. It's really inspiring for, other kids as well. So, what's your typical day like? What do you do how after school and all? How do you do you break up your timings, or do you have a certain number of hours that you put up in a week for Coder Bunnyz, and how do you go for that?
Well, actually, a normal day would probably be like something like I kind of said earlier, going to school, coming back, doing my homework. I probably would take a little break in between. But then if I have time, I would work on my business. And then that's the normal weekdays. And on the weekends, I usually have some events lined up, like workshops, speaker events, maker fairs, or science fairs. And if not, it's I get to work on my business a little bit. Otherwise, it's all fun. I mean, after all, I'm just a kid.
Yes, I was just feeling like, I'm talking to someone who has already a lot of experience with entrepreneurship, and it's good to acknowledge yourself as a kid. So, Samara, you just said that, after all, you're still very young, and, you still have a long way to go. So, what do you think, does age matter when you are actually starting up, or, you're taking a leadership kind of position? So how does age in your perspective matters towards the ability to lead is concerned?
Well, I believe the age does not matter at all. If you have a good idea, why do you have to wait till you're older to show it to the world? And so that's what I did. And in order to be an effective leader, you need to be passionate about what you do. So I seize up every opportunity at school to be a leader, whether it's in the classroom, it's in student council, it's you could start your own clubs, anything.
Wow. So, Pooja, leadership is all about going in and, exploring out your options. So it's a great insight, from Samara, that if she can do something such great at such a young age, I'm sure a lot of kids who will be listening to this, and a lot of young people, and also a lot of old people will also feel that, it's a good time to start. It's never too late and never too early.
Yes, Manu, she made a very interesting and a very profound point made there, Samaira. So, Samaira, what do you think about how can the girl leadership can really change the world? In the current scenario, largely you have most of the male entrepreneurs or the boys, but now the girls are coming up. We have like the best examples. We are talking to you. So, how do you think that girl leadership can change the world?
I think that we girls can innovate things, build things, and basically lead the world. We can bring more creativity to any project, including, like, in my field, technology. We girls care about each other, and we are very good listeners, and we're very well behaved and disciplined. This helps us in leading the world.
Wow. So, Samara, it's been with every question and with every conversation what we are having, you have been making really very profound points and very reflective points out there.
Thank
So,
you.
Samara, what's the advice that you would want to give to the parents to help them to make their kids, if they dream to make it big? So, how can parents really help?
Probably the advice I would give to parents is to not force things on the child, but give them enough opportunities to explore. They catch on to something they like. They take it very far. So, for example, my years of creating Coder Bunnyz has been probably the best years of my life, since I've been spending so much time with my parents, and they have guided me, but they have not forced things on me.
Important point, Pooja made there by Samara, and I'm sure, lot of awareness. This is actually changing the way of parenting, is also, taking a next step as far as letting kids do what they dream about. And that's Samaira is a good example of that. If parents allow kids to dream and work on that, they can reach at heights we can never imagine. Samaira, I'm really interested in knowing your accomplishments other than Coder Bunnyz.
Probably in Coder Bunnyz, as you said, it's the letter from the White House. I have been covered by NBC. I have been a part of the closing the NASDAQ bell in June. I have been covered in 5 countries, and Sony has done a documentary, and I've done many speaker events in many companies. There's Google, Microsoft, Intel, and many others. And apart from Coder Bunnyz, it would probably be the teacher has always said I'm a very well behaved child, and I always follow directions, and I always try to take each leadership role I can. So yeah.
Great. So, Samaira, what role do you think your teacher has played, and your parents have played in helping you reach where you are today?
My teachers and my parents have probably played a very important role. My teachers, they have always supported me, and may or may not have been for Coder Bunnyz, but they have always supported my decisions. And my parents, particularly, they always helped me and told me what was right and what was wrong, but they let me make my own decisions.
Wow.
And obviously, tons of passion and tons of hard work.
Yes, exactly. So, our conversation with Samaira is actually insightful in a sense that it is not only addressing to kids around her, but a lot of important things to be noted by parents and teachers as well. And if they are supportive, the individual can reach to greater heights in his or her life. So, very nicely put, Samaira. And do you think Coder Bunnyz is something which you will be continuing for a longer period of time, or you would want to do something else, switch on another entrepreneurial venture in future sometime?
Well, I always want to keep Coder Bunnyz running no matter what, but I definitely do want to open many other businesses and maybe even quite a few more board games.
So, tell me, Samaira, what's your hobby apart from board games and coding? Anything else which you particularly enjoy?
I actually enjoy a lot more than just board games and coding. I really enjoy singing, dancing, acting. I really, really enjoy acting. I enjoy playing tennis and playing the guitar, and I really enjoy swimming too.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that bunch of many hobbies, and Samaira is like really talented. She's into creatives as well as sports. That's wonderful. So, Samaira, what has really helped you to reach where you are?
I guess maybe listening to people and being respectful, taking in their opinions and giving out my opinions too.
That's nice.
So, Samaira, while you're interacting for your workshop, you may be interacting even with the people who must be senior than you in terms of your age.
Yes, I actually, my workshops are for everyone from ages 4 to actually 104. So
Wow.
no matter how old or how young you are, you're never too old, young or too old to learn to code. So I interact with everyone equally, no matter how old or how young they are.
Wow.
So while you're interacting with different age groups, you must be changing even your style of communicating, or is it same?
Well, usually for kids that are a bit younger, like maybe 4 or 5, I do have to explain things a little more detailed. But when a little older, I can explain it a little less detailed, just give the overall summary about it.
So you find both the age groups to be very curious and good listeners?
Yes.
Wow, that's really nice, isn't it, Manu?
Yes, and the fact that her workshops are open for everyone, and in fact, Coder Bunnyz is a game which can teach coding to kids and adults alike. It's a great thing to admire, and it has been a great conversation with you, Samaira, so far. In fact, I've learned a lot of things from you, like how you manage your schoolwork and Coder Bunnyz, and you don't let anything slip by. and that's something which I would really like to follow as well.
It was very interesting interacting with you. Important points I think which across everyone can relate to is the passion.
True.
And Samaira, I think is a perfect example for us wherein we can say that leadership can be cultivated. So even the teachers and parents have an important role to play out there. So thank you, Samaira, for joining us on this leadership couch and this leadership demystified. Thank you so much, Samaira.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure being on the show.
Thank you, Samaira.